was shown to be elevated on admission can be attributed to the patient's chronically elevated serum creatinine, secondary to his chronic kidney disease. To validate, however, we did troponin I and CPK-MB, and these were also done serially, which yielded normal results. In this regard, an acute myocardial infarction or heart attack has been ruled out. His blood sugar and kidney function are stable. Today, the Chief Justice will be transferred to a regular patient's room. Nevertheless, given the underlying coronary artery disease of the Chief Justice, which has shown progression compared to 2011 studies, the risk of an acute coronary event occurring in a highly stressful circumstance is real. It is the consensus of the medical team attending to him that attending the Senate hearing tomorrow will pose a risk to the Chief Justice's cardiac status. Purely on the basis of his medical condition, therefore, the team has reservations about exposing him to the risk of an acute coronary event tomorrow. Should the Chief Justice decide to attend the hearing, however, we will ask him to sign a waiver. Nevertheless, the medical city team will be with him as part of its responsibility to ensure continuity of care and patient safety. Therefore, or thereafter, it is to the welfare of the Chief Justice that he undergoes further medical evaluation of his cardiac status. Thank you.
Okay, any questions? Please introduce yourself before asking. Thank you very much.
So hindi siya na heart attack, that is.
Yes, we have ruled out heart attack.
So ano lang talaga yung nangyari sa kanya?
Well, the reason why we had to be very, very careful was because of his high-risk profile. And when we did the troponin T, which is a marker for an acute myocardial injury, and it was elevated, we of course had to take precautions, because it could have happened during the time that he had hypoglycemia. Troponin I, however, and serial CPK and the determination has shown that they are within normal, and so the troponin T elevation was probably because of his elevated serum creatinine.
Meaning?
Elevated serum creatinine is a marker for kidney malfunction.
Sir, from interaction. So, ano po yung will we allow the Chief Justice to attend the hearing tomorrow?
Well, the medical team, we are just focused on the safety and the welfare of any patient. And so, as medical people, we would say that going there, highly stressful, would be a risk for him. But it is on his, it all depends upon his own decision. Should he attend, then of course we will just abide, but he has to sign a waiver, and we will be there with him just to provide support.
Can you explain what the waiver is about? Ano yung waiver?
Well, the waiver would say that, we have briefed him of his condition and of the risks, and that, going out of the hospital may actually expose him to the risk of an acute coronary event. And should it happen, he should be fully aware of that, and he is going to assume responsibility for that.
Last two questions.
Sir, Francis from Manila Bulletin. Ask ko lang kung how long hanggang kailan kailangan mag-stay ni CJ Corona sa hospital?
Well, at this point, after he goes to the Senate tomorrow, he comes back here, and if everything is over, I think then we can devote more time really evaluating his medical condition. Because we still have to do quite a number of tests, like a coronary angiogram, and all these things, which would of course be a little risky at this point because his kidney function is failing.
Sir, is he currently on medication?
Oh yes, he is on medication.
Tapos, tomorrow, dadalhin siya sa impeachment court. Paano mo ang medical city ba mag-provide ng sakyan o ang CG?
The hospital will provide the ambulance, and the ambulance will be fully equipped according to the needs of the Chief Justice, and he will be accompanied by the attending physicians plus an intensivist.
Nakaswero ba siya tomorrow?
I think I can give this to Dr. Mike Gilliam about the IV. We are removing his
Uy!
So we are removing his IV line today, and therefore, if there are no events tonight, tomorrow there will be no IV line or IV fluid that will be utilized. If his cardiac status deteriorates tonight, of course, we will put another IV line. But so far, during his stay, he has not had any major cardiac event. During this observation, his blood pressure has remained stable, and therefore we are removing his IV line today.
So, can you explain lang in layman, sir? Ano ba yung mga troponin levels na yun? Parang paano siya nare-release?
You can give this to Dr. Almohar.
When we entertain possibility of a heart attack, we usually request for biochemical markers to ascertain if the patient really has developed a major heart attack. So one of the biochemical markers would be troponin, but it has two classifications, the T and the I. No, for any patient without any problem, just purely heart attack, when we have elevated levels of this, we can conclude with definitely that the patient had developed a heart attack. However, in Chief Justice Corona's case, because of his creatinine elevation, which is chronically elevated since then, a positive troponin B, we cannot use it as a sole gauge for us to say that he has had a heart attack. So we have confirmed by requesting troponin I and CKMD to validate if the Chief Justice really developed a major heart attack. Fortunately, these tests yielded negative results. So what we are saying that the Chief Justice did not have a major heart attack, but his cardiac risk profile at this time, given that he has progression of coronary artery disease by the other tests we did, will always pose him to develop a major one given or exposed to a very stressful condition.
On a scale of 1 to 10, ma'am, how risky is his condition?
Sir, at this point, we could not say. What we have at the moment are basic imaging things that will tell us that the Chief Justice has developed progression of the disease. Now, we need to do further tests like a coronary angiogram because that will be more definite to tell us the extent of the disease.
Kaya anong gagawin yung angiogram?
We will have to decide on that when the Chief Justice returns after his appearance in the Senate.
How bad is the kidney? Both kidneys.
Yes, both kidneys. It's basically diabetic nephropathy. When you have diabetes, then one of the most common complications would be involvement in the kidneys.
Sir, has the family expressed the intent to on signing the waiver, or it's just an option that you offer to them?
These people are very intelligent. These people know the risks. And apparently, this is not an ordinary situation. There is apparently some deadline. And so if they decide, we will just support it. And then, but they have to really free the medical team from any responsibility.
But it's just
So they have that
official communication that they wanted to sign a waiver and go to the...
The team was there this morning, and there was an expression of an intention to sign a waiver.
Who made the wife or the CCJ?
The Chief Justice himself.
So he's the one who's going to sign the waiver or his
Of course, it is the Chief Justice.